We're here with Ryan Bercolgan, the star of the new movie The Golden Path. Ryan, it's great to have you here.
Oh, it's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
So, our purpose today is to find out more about you and your life. Tell us something about yourself.
Well, I mean, to start off with, I'm the everyday California dreamer, actor, self-producer. I mean, I'm just straight awesome. I mean, I have millions of dollars and billions, if that matter. I mean, I don't even know. I've got penthouses, Ferraris, Porsches. I'm really successful right now. It's actually unbelievable, and it's all thanks to my new movie, The Golden Path, which I am the star in. And what's actually kind of unique is it's based off my life.
Well, let's take a look at the movie trailer. Wow, that's a crazy story. Where did it all begin?
Actually, yeah, it's kind of funny. My childhood started off just like any others. I was born from that little bird that flies you down. What's that called again?
A stork?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. I'm just kidding. No, I mean, I had two parents, obviously. They loved each other. Boom goes the dynamite. Here I am now. The problem was that, as a kid, my parents are what you call uninvolved parents. So I spent most of my days sitting in front of a television set, watching it. Even as an infant, what they show me, pictures were uninvolved. My dad just sat on the couch. He was a constant drinker. Had basically like a smoke patch in his lung. My mom just was not around, decided she wanted to work and then blow the rest of her money going out with her lady friends. So my childhood was actually pretty depressing. I mean, I had no one to play sports with. I ended up playing catch with myself in my backyard. Um, Swinging myself at the park. Had to teach myself how to ride my own bike. I mean, it is actually a really sad story if you think about it, because it's just it's not the way I want my own child to be, or how I would imagine anyone's child to want to be raised.
How did your upbringing help or hurt your future?
My childhood was one of solitude. Actually, it was really depressing. It made me learn how to fend for myself and become an individual in the world that we live in. Even though I was young at the time, but it was still on my own, and I was still my own one-man wolf pack.
Who could you rely on as a kid?
The two people I could rely on are the two people I can still rely on today. Optimus Prime and Spider-Man. I don't let them leave my side. They are my rock. They are my listening party. They allow me to think and reflect my thoughts, and they never talk back. So it works out well.
What was your high school career like? Were you always successful in classes?
The good old high school days. Where do I even begin? I mean, I was a kid who had no aspirations in life other than to go to drama class and become a world-renowned actor. That was my, dream. Parents still not even in the picture. I was a kid who brought his Optimus Prime statue, this one right here, put it on my desk with me in high school. I didn't care in school at all. F's on every paper, F's on tests. I ended up having to drop out and leave home because there was just no way to support me. So I had to go, and I actually took a bus to California so I could pursue my acting career.
Well, do you think that was a bad decision in your life?
Oh no, absolutely not. It got me to where I am today. Without that bus ticket, I wouldn't be here.
What major challenges and problems did you face, and how did you handle them?
Major problem definitely was being homeless. I mean, I was a kid who was out of high school, no degree, and homeless on the streets, trying to find food, going through dumpster cans. I remember one night sleeping right next to a garbage can, waiting for someone to throw out the scraps from their restaurant takeover box. So that was probably one of my lowest points.
What kind of toll did this take on you?
It was actually a huge toll on myself, not only physically but mentally. Physically, I was starving almost every night, went to bed hungry, skinnier than a stick, and mentally, it put me in a state that I didn't want to be in. I couldn't sleep at night. I ended up going to a free clinic at a local hospital on Hollywood Boulevard for basically bums of the city, and they diagnosed me with clinical depression.
After being diagnosed with depression, what happened?
To be completely honest, I was just in a state of, loss of pleasurable activities, and I just didn't want to do anything, basically. I just basically laid on the streets all day, and one day the therapist who I went to go see saw me on the street, and she asked what I was doing, and, I said, this is where I live, this is my home. And she was nice enough, actually, to take me in and not only, feed me, clothe me, but, she gave me what my parents couldn't, and that was love. And she did that through therapy, honestly. She allowed me to talk with her about, the here and now. And, it took a lot of time, but she made me diary what I needed to do every week, and she made me really reflect on my thoughts. And come every Friday, we would review my homework and go into almost overtime and just kind of try and drill out my own problems.
So things are looking better now?
Oh, most definitely. The woman, I won't give her name out because she's too sweet and doesn't want me to mention it on national television, but she pushed me to go for auditions. I actually landed a role in a Pepsi commercial, believe it or not, and one of the cameramen worked for another movie called The Blind Side. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's an inspirational movie about a football player who kind of had the same story as me, not really, but invited me to go be an extra in the background of the scene, just kind of see what the real movie world was like. I took it up immediately, and as I was talking to the executive producer over there, they asked me about my story and how I got here, who I was, and he was really intrigued about me, which actually sparked the idea for the Golden Path, which is absolutely phenomenal. It's a tough role being an actor, a lot of stress, not only now, but it's similar to what I imagined as a child. But the difference between the two is now I have help. I can afford to go talk to the woman who took me in, and she really helps me out. She told me that positive thinking is key. So I really found my center of balance, and that balance for me is what's really going to kick it up. So yeah, all I can say is go watch the movie, see it in movie theaters and pay my bills.
Well, you're not done just yet. What are some plans for the future?
Well, it's actually funny you say that because one of the producers who are on my staff for the movie actually know the guy who wants to produce Spider-Man, so he's getting me an application to put myself in as the new Peter Parker. But I don't know, I guess I'm really looking forward to that, get an audition, get it in there. The other really big cool thing is I actually have a dinner scheduled with the guy who does the voice for Optimus Prime. He heard my story and wants to meet me just because he knows I'm a huge fan. So I'm living the dream right now. It really is. It's a huge turnaround, and I'm so glad that I could be here and show you guys what I do, give you my talents, kind of thing.
Well, let's take a new look at your. Let's take a new look at your movie trailer. Why didn't I say that? I can't just laugh.
I came out the way almost every child does in this world, through the stall. Oh, shoot. So like
this?
yes, like now. All right, stay. I need these crisp.
Were you always as the like? Take on you.
Mean, you go. Thumbs down.
That's funny.
Thumbs down.
No, I think that's funny.
I know.
I'm just.
Give me some ers. Thumbs down. Give me some thumbs down. Perfect. Thank you. High five.
That's it.
What is the score?
My
Yes.
movie.
Yes.